The world thinks monarchies belong to the past. That crowns fade, that thrones dissolve, but something unbelievable is happening. The next generation of European royals isn't fading at all. It's rising, quietly, powerfully, unshakably, and the young women destined to take these crowns are rewriting everything we thought we knew about royalty. Welcome to the story of Europe's future queens. Not the queens people expect. The queens they never saw coming. These are the daughters trained in silence, shaped by centuries, and positioned to inherit the legacies of entire nations. Their lives are wrapped in duty, but their futures are filled with choices that will change Europe forever. Get ready, because each of these stories opens a new door. And behind every door, there's another one waiting. Let's begin. The first future queen stands under the weight of one of Europe's oldest crowns. A crown built on resilience, tradition, and centuries of political change. Princess Leonor of Spain. Her destiny was written the moment she drew her first breath, but her strength wasn't. That she built herself. Her childhood wasn't like others. The world watched her before she could walk. Countries held their breath when she spoke her first words. And when she grew older, people wondered whether she'd ever be able to carry the modern Spanish monarchy on her shoulders. Then came the transformation, the training, the discipline, the quiet determination that turned a shy girl into a future queen who commands rooms without raising her voice. She studied under military discipline, embraced duty with grace, and walked into the role of heir without hesitation. But the question echoing across Europe was simple and sharp: could she unite a divided Spain? As the world debated, she answered with her actions. Every speech measured, every appearance purposeful, every step part of a larger story unfolding. She would not be a queen who reigns because history expects it. She would be a queen who leads because she chooses it. Yet that leads us to a deeper curiosity. If Spain's monarchy is evolving, what about the others? Who stands next in the line of Europe's future queenhood? Travel north. Cross the snow-lined lands. Enter Scandinavia, where another future queen prepares in her own way. Princess Estelle of Sweden. Her world looks brighter, lighter, almost carefree. But beneath the surface lies the same unbreakable training. Estelle carries the future of a monarchy known for warmth, transparency, and connection. But she's also growing into a symbol of stability in a region changing faster than ever. Sweden relies on trust. And Estelle, with her energy and intelligence, has already become a bridge between past tradition and modern expectation. But the world wonders, will the weight of the crown ever dim her light? Or will she redefine what the light of monarchy looks like? Every glimpse of her, her public appearances, her interactions with citizens, her confidence, opens a new loop. If she already shines now, what will she be like when she holds the crown herself? Move a bit further west. The Netherlands. Princess Catharina-Amalia, strong-willed, brilliant, heartfelt, and carrying a burden few can understand. Being heir to the Dutch throne has never been simple, but for her, it became dangerous. Public threats forced her into hiding. Her university life, paused. Her freedom, limited. Her destiny, challenged before it could even begin. And yet, through silence, she showed power. Through absence, she demonstrated presence. Despite isolation, she grew into a woman shaped not by fear, but by resilience. What happens when a future queen learns early that the world can be cruel? She becomes a queen capable of protecting her people from that cruelty. But that curiosity opens another. If a queen learns to lead through adversity, how will she govern when power is truly hers? Let's continue. Belgium. Princess Elisabeth. A leader shaped by elite education, international exposure, and quiet strength. She doesn't force attention, it comes to her naturally. Her presence is calm, her discipline is sharp, and her mind is strategic. She trained at a military academy. She studies at one of the top universities in the world. Every choice she makes feels intentional, purposeful, designed to prepare her for challenges ahead. Belgium is a nation of many languages, many identities, and many divisions. Yet somehow, the future of its unity rests on her ability to bridge those divides. And she seems ready. But there's a deeper layer. Her upbringing wasn't just royal. It was personal, grounded, human, and that humanity may become her greatest strength when she sits on the throne. Travel further east. Norway. Princess Ingrid Alexandra, fiery, athletic, emotionally grounded, determined. Norway's monarchy isn't ceremonial, it's deeply symbolic. And she has grown up knowing exactly what that means. Her future is a blend of strength and empathy. And it's her authenticity that captures attention. She surfs, she skis, she laughs without hesitation, yet the moment duty calls, she transforms into the poised royal heir the country needs. But every strong heir faces a question: will her passion become her power, or her weakness? And so, another curiosity opens. Denmark, a monarchy entering a new era. And at its heart stands Princess Isabella. Not the heir, but the next generation's most intriguing wildcard. Because European history has proven time and time again that unexpected paths, sudden changes, and shifting family dynamics can redirect entire royal lines. Isabella is developing her identity under global watch. The world notices her confidence, her maturity, her presence, and it wonders, if fate ever twists, would she be ready? This leads to something deeper than titles or crowns. It leads to a question of destiny. Are these young royals shaped by the future they're meant to inherit, or are they shaping that future with their own hands? Across Europe, the roles of monarchy shift constantly. Some grow stronger, some fade, some reinvent themselves through the personalities of the heirs preparing to lead them. Each future queen is navigating the same expectations through entirely different paths. Different nations, different histories, different pressures, but surprisingly, the same silent transformation. Their worlds are filled with tutors, advisors, protocol experts, military officers, political briefings, cultural expectations, and constant public scrutiny. And yet, behind closed palace doors, they are still young women learning who they are, who they want to be, and what kind of leaders they hope to become. Duty forms them, pressure molds them, but choice defines them, because the future queens of Europe aren't inheriting crowns to sit in history. They're inheriting crowns to push history forward. The world sees glamour, jewels, gowns, ceremonies, titles, but the truth is more human, more vulnerable, more real. The truth is that each of these young women faces questions that echo through centuries. How do you lead a modern nation while holding an ancient title? How do you honor tradition without being trapped by it? How do you remain human when the world demands perfection? And most importantly, how do you stay true to yourself when the crown wants you to become someone else? As audiences watch them grow, they wonder. As nations rely on them, they hope. As history waits for them, it listens. Because within each of these rising queens lies a story still unfolding. A story of power and vulnerability, of strength and softness, of tradition and transformation. A story that leads us to the final question. What will Europe look like when these young women step onto their thrones and shape the continent with their voices, their hearts, and their vision? The world will watch, history will record, but only time will reveal what they will become. And that mystery, that waiting, that slow unfolding of destiny, is exactly why their stories are only beginning. The future queens of Europe are stepping into the light. Not quietly, not cautiously, but powerfully. And the world is not ready for what they are about to bring.